It's a waiver wire Tuesday, and we're going deep at the running back position. Today, we're going 22 deep on waiver wire running backs. Your shallow leagues, you're going to get it. Your deep leagues, you're going to get it. We're looking for those guys on the back end of the rosters, those guys getting touches and opportunities that you can speculate on, strategize around off the waiver wire. Before we dig in, though, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We go deeper than any other channel out there when it comes to the waiver wire. Literally videos every single day throughout the week, going deeper and deeper throughout the week. On top of that, we're going to help you set your lineups by looking at every single game, predicting the game script, player rankings, and then also player battle videos. Click that button. Stop missing out. It's only going to help you. It's free. Today, we are looking at Quinshon Judkins again. And we should not be looking at him again. He should be picked up. But if not, get him now. Get him soon. He's only practiced once or twice since May. He did not have a training camp. 13 opportunities, 10 carries, 3 targets, 3 balls caught, 10 yards, 61 rushing yards. He's already getting work. He already had some good runs against the Ravens defense. Wasn't an optimum game script. It was an ugly game script. You're going to continue to have those. May not be super great for fantasy football. I mean, you got the Packers coming up, Detroit on the road. You're going to see some quarterback changes here for the Browns soon. They're already calling for Dylan Gabriel, which means they'll soon call for Shedeur Sanders. And Deshaun Watson's waiting in the wings. This is a huge soap opera for the Browns right now, and you just got to roll with it. But Quinshon Judkins is a talent. He's already shown that in his first game. Najee Harris is getting touches, and he's not going to go a full season without scoring a touchdown. He's not a must-get off the waiver wire right now, but he is a running back. If you're looking for a veteran that you know that's getting touches and work and an offense that can move the football, that's in some good-paced games, Denver's going to be an interesting one here, but you got the Giants, Washington, Miami on the road, Indy, that you might throw him in as a what-the-heck play. If you got a Marin Hampton, you're worried about that. If you're looking for the next man up, if you're looking for some touches, sure. Am I chasing him? No, I'm not putting much fab on him. Cam Skattebo, 11 carries. 3 targets. Tyron Tracy's workload slipped a little bit in this matchup. Tyron Tracy got the workload week 1. Tyron Tracy's struggling right now when it comes to yards per carry. We do have a rough matchup this week. Hopefully people look at that rough matchup and they decide not to put much fab on him. I don't want to put fab on him right now because I believe they're still experiencing a rookie ramp up with him. But if he's still on waivers past week 3, I'm getting him. I'm going to try and get him on the cheap right now. I'm going to stash him. I got some matchups here. We got Saints. We got Chargers. Philly, Denver, but you also got another Cowboys game. You got some other matchups here with the Giants, and they're going to be in some weird game scripts going forward. Bhayshul Tuten should be rostered. Should be rostered. We did too many videos last week, and we got to do some more videos. If something happens to Travis Etienne, he's next man up. He's very explosive. All he needs is like 2 or 3 touches a game for him to give you the opportunity of an RB1 in fantasy scoring or something sort of high-end producer. 15.4 PPR fantasy points. It does not take much for him. He's so explosive that he only needs a little bit of work on the field. Only 25% of the snaps. We said it was going to ramp up to about 20 to 25% snap share with LaQuint Allen getting work on third downs. Travis Etienne's the man there, but it's also a long season. Got some rough matchups coming up, but still, he's a guy that you just want on your bench just in case, and he could be a throw-in week to week. Trey Benson's one of the top handcuffs in the league right now. 6 targets against Carolina, 3 rushing attempts. The week prior, 1 target, 8 rushing attempts. You're seeing him get work in the passing game. If something happens to Connor, he's the next man up. He's getting the work. They're not working in other running backs. He got drafted in the 3rd round. They got draft capital in him. Also, the workload indicates that he's been looking good with the team in all phases, practices, in the boardrooms, everywhere else. Trey Benson is a key priority stash right now. He should be rostered, but he's probably sitting there in a lot of leagues. Ollie Gordon. This is an ugly Dolphins team. They're going to be in a lot of ugly games. I do not expect them to be ahead in many games this season, but those weird game scripts with how good he looked in preseason and training camp, there's going to be a moment where he's out there. He's still out there. He's not out there as much as we want. 25% of snaps week 1, 12% last week. You got Buffalo on the road. Then you got the Jets. You got Carolina week 5. If you're desperate If you're that desperate, HN has injuries throughout his career off and on, but he's been looking good. If you're looking for the RB2 of the Dolphins, if you're looking for somebody that could be explosive in this offense, he's going to score some touchdowns this year. He's not going to go the full season without scoring a touchdown. Right now, DFS throw-in, if you're doing a ton of lineups in max entry tournaments, never cash, never for just one lineup, max entry, multiple lineups, as a gamble, because he is getting touches, they're in weird game scripts, there's firepower, and he's super cheap. For redraft, stash, hold, watch. Rhamondre Stevenson, veteran running back, dependable. They're giving him some work. Week 1, he even got some work. He had 10 opportunities. When a running back starts getting 10 opportunities, we look at them pretty hard off the waiver wire. And then week 2, 11 carries, 5 targets. At one time, he ranked 3rd among running backs in targets behind Christian McCaffrey and company. This is a running back that's very dependable. You're wondering what's going on with Hendo. Remember, he's a rookie. They need time to ramp up. He's just going to pop off some random time, and then it's going to be blast off. Stevenson, though, is a good back for NFL's sake, which will turn out some good fantasy numbers. You're not going to want to start him week to week, but if you're in a pinch, if you're hurting at running back for whatever reason, we're not having a ton of running back injuries right now, then you're going to wish you had him. But, again, if you don't like gambling on younger players, and you're just wanting a veteran that's getting touches that you can look at and say, hey, he's at least going to get 10 opportunities, Rhamondre Stevenson might be for you. He's not for me, though. Tyler Allgeier, if I have Bijan Robinson, I'm getting him, and I'm just keeping it that way for the whole year. That's just what's going to happen. If I need to make a move to clear things up due to injuries and bye weeks, sure. But Tyler Allgeier is there with me the whole season if I got Bijan Robinson. That is what that tells me. He's a good throw-in in daily fantasy football lineups just to see if he crosses the end zone. I guarantee he'll at least get you 2 more touchdowns this season. We got a good game script coming up in week 3. If you're that pressed, which you shouldn't be, but you might be in a 14-team league, if some injuries start to roll out middle of the week. Tyler Allgeier, though, former 1,000-yard back, very dependable. If I got Bijan, I'm getting him. If you're looking for a stash, Bijan Robinson gets a lot of touches. A lot of touches means extra hits each game. Tyler Allgeier could be a stash for you. Former 1,000-yard rusher, veteran in this league. You can kind of predict what goes on with him. Blake Corum, 30 snaps in week 2, and we got the touchdown. McVay came out saying that he wants to be like a 70-30 split, 65-35 split, however those numbers work out. He's always talking like that, and then it doesn't happen like that in game. But Blake Corum's starting to get some opportunity here. Something to pay attention to. Decorated running back out of Michigan, very dependable. Very Kyren Williams-esque, as in he's good at all phases, workhorse running back, typical Michigan player. If you follow high school recruiting, which means you're following me because I cover all Michigan players in high school recruiting, January, February, March. This is a running back where if you got Kyren Williams, you may want to pick up as your handcuff. You got the spot. You're watching from afar. If I'm in a 14-team league, he's there, and I'm looking at him because he's getting touches and opportunity. Philly on the road, not sexy. You got Indy, San Fran, Baltimore. Schedule not grand, but also we're sharing the workload. He's a pickup off speculation. He's a $1 dart throw. Kyle Money Guy is here getting touches, 7 opportunities, 3 targets. We got a full season to play out. The Bears are all over the place. That's the easiest thing to say. They're just all over the place. Caleb Williams is all over the place. You got the Cowboys coming up. You got the Raiders coming up. You got a bye week. Washington on the road. Saints. You're seeing a 41% snap share, which is very enticing. We're only 2 games into his career. 13%, 41%. We're good between the tackles. We got good vision. Good speculation dart throw on the cheap. Woody Marks is starting to get work, and it was the Nick Chubb show, and he was still getting work. This is a running back mainly for deeper leagues, unless you want to speculate in your traditional 12-teamer. You may not have the roster space, but I look for him to get his opportunity somewhere down the line. I don't know if Nick Chubb can play a full season, but we're going to embrace Nick Chubb. Never anything against Nick Chubb, but very decorated running back at USC. His production profile in the receiving game is one of the tops in college football coming out for the draft last year. This is a running back that could be a good change of pace for your team later on in the season. Kendre Miller. Something happens to Alvin Kamara. He's the next man up. He's very explosive. He's got size to him. This is a running back to speculate on right now. especially deeper leagues, or if you need to get creative or want to get creative. This is a team that's going to be in some weird game scripts. Nobody's really talking about him because everybody's whiffed on him a million times throughout the last couple years. But Kendre Miller is in a situation here where the Saints are going to be in a lot of advantageous situations. Alvin Kamara is a running back, and just like every single other running back, things happen to him. He's a man, not a machine. Kendre Miller could see some play later on down the road. Some guy to speculate on. Ray Davis. Cook gets a lot of volume. He gets a lot of opportunity. Ray Davis proved last year that he can give you RB2 results, if not even better. He's very efficient. He's very effective when given the opportunity. You got some games coming up that could be very advantageous on your own. He's a guy that people are forgetting about. I'm not seeing him listed in waiver wire articles. However, when the starter's getting X amount of work and the backup has proven to be talented, that backup running back can get their time on any given Sunday. All it takes is a quick ankle sprain. Ray Davis is up. That next running back is up. And if you got the insurance policy on Cook, you're going to be good to go. Brashard Smith. We're not getting the workload. We're not getting the opportunity. He's really outside the scope right now of 12-team leagues. But if you're in a 12-team league, you need to come back here every single week and watch the routes with me. Watch the snaps with me, because there could be a moment where he just starts getting more work, and it could be randomly throughout the year. And we are going to watch the routes with the snaps and the route participation rate, because that's going to be the key indicator with him. He's more of a weapon than a running back. Former wide receiver, they can split him out. He gets opportunity working with the ones a lot. Well, he gets a lot of work on special teams. But the routes start trending up. They start using him more in the passing game. If they start getting more creative with him, that's when we're going to dive all in. We can still wait right now. Miles Sanders, getting some work. He's actually listed in waiver wire articles, which is fraud checking those sites, because I just went over a bunch of running backs that are just as enticing. They're chasing the touchdown, the fantasy points, 22% snap share, 5 rushing attempts. He's not that good of a player. You're pretty much waiting for Javonte Williams to go down. He can be spiky. He will score a couple more touchdowns this year. He will have some games where he's going to run more than 15 routes. He had that with the Panthers last year. He'll probably have a run where he's okay. In 12-team leagues, no. Fantasy football websites, some of them, and their key components that are up there on the Google lists, they're trying to tell you yes. They got him in the list kind of high. You can stay away from him right now. Kenneth Gainwell, Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith is going to make this backfield messy. Caleb Johnson, Jalen Warren. It's going to be a messy backfield for the season. He will cross the goal line a couple times this season. If I'm in a 14-team league, I'm thinking about him. I think this backfield's too messy for a 12-team league. I need an injury, and I'm not handcuffing Warren because everything's too crazy here with Arthur Smith. He's a $1 pickup if you want to gamble. He's also a cheap gamble when you think about him in terms of DFS, because the snap share is 54, 42%. Getting random workload that you can't project, super cheap, can help you cram in higher priced players. Maybe you think about that, but not a must, only for large tournaments. Jaydon Blue is a speculation play for the whole season. I expect this Cowboys team to start hitting some turbulence. Remember, we got the Michael Parsons game in there. We got some weird matchups. We did get a win against the Giants. I expect this team to start hitting some turbulence and to start getting creative with what they're doing on the field. Jaydon Blue, 4.3 speed, can catch the ball out of the backfield. A lot of people are still holding on to height. He's not out there. He's not getting opportunities. But still, the Cowboys are the Cowboys. Jeremy McNichols. Austin Eckler's done. There's going to be some shake, rattle, and rolling with this team. That's something to pay attention to. He might be getting more opportunities. He does have an RB 1 week to his name on his career. And any running back from this backfield can get it for you. That's why we're looking at Chris Rodriguez. Good vision, good power, good size. This is a running back that could get some goal line carries. We're watching how this backfield shakes up. If you're looking to speculate on this backfield, just pick up one of those two guys. Corey Krosky-Merritt better not be on waivers, or you're fired. You're fired. DJ Giddens, I like him a lot. Jonathan Taylor's the heartbeat for this team. He's going to get all the work. But when the running back's the heartbeat for the team, they're getting more touches and opportunities. You got to look at the next man up. The next man up here is DJ Giddens. He's very talented. Has a good prospect profile from Kansas State. Tested well athletically. Looks explosive. Looked good in training camp. He is the next man up. I am looking at him, and if I got Jonathan Taylor and I can swing it, I'm definitely using him as a handcuff. Braelon Allen. They are using Breece Hall a lot. He's getting workload. I don't trust the Jets, so I don't trust Braelon Allen as much. Isaiah Davis is going to get some workload. If you're looking for a cuff, or if you're just looking for a lottery ticket running back, fine. Hard to do in your traditional 12-team leagues. However, if you're looking for a pickup, some familiar face, here you go. They will run the ball a lot. No matter who's back there, they'll split up the carries. They're going to be very game script dependent, and it's going to be a wild card due to the quarterback play. George Holani. I am going deep. And the reason why for this is because you look at the running backs. You look at Zach Charbonnet. You look at Kenneth Walker. A lot of people didn't draft Kenneth Walker at all because of the injury history. Zach Charbonnet, last year he was good. Year before, So you got two running backs who has a little history to them. All it takes is one of them to go down. They're getting double-digit opportunities a game. And this is more for 14, 16, deeper leagues, deeper benches. Your traditional 12-teamers, no. Most of these running backs, no. But if you're really looking at this, you may want to think about this in deeper leagues. Dynasty, it's a free pickup off the waiver wire if you can manage the maneuver. And the reason why is because if one of those running backs go down, and we got a history of that, then he's going to be the next man up. That is something to pay attention to. You're watching him. You're watching the practice squad. But he's out there. He's getting a little bit of opportunity. 5 kick returns. He's getting some work. A little bit of opportunity. Over at Boise State, we were watching him on Saturdays. He wasn't bad. He's got good vision. He's just not a top-tier running back. But again, touches matter for fantasy football and also matters for the Dynasty Fantasy Football stock market. So if teams are in a bind, you can pedal them off for some sort of pick or whatever's going on in the moment. But I'm calling that out. Those are the running backs that we're looking at for this week. If there's somebody I didn't have listed, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it because there's always more running backs. I could do this 50, 60 deep easy, but this is what we got today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.